everybody, Elizabeth with Country Peony, and today I was inspired by the Meet the Maker movement to showcase what's on my desk. So you can probably see I'm not actually at my desk right now, I'm actually at my kitchen island, because that's where I do most of my creating. And honestly, my desk is full of all of my crafting projects. So if you want to see some small items that I picked out that I definitely use on a day-to-day basis, then come along. So let's start off by talking about tools. Crafting tools are so important to give you consistent and professional looking crafts. One of my favorite brands to work with is Clover. They make some amazing crafting tools. And one of my favorite crafting tools, and if you've been here for a while, it's probably no surprise to you, is the pom-pom maker. So Clover makes an amazing pom-pom maker with all sorts of sizes to give you wonderful personalization to your projects. And I just love the incredible and fun and whimsical embellishment that they offer. And lastly, tassel maker. Clover also makes an amazing tassel maker. And I keep all of these items on my desk so that I can play with them and add fun embellishments to basically anything. And it's just such a fun way to use yarn. Next up, I want to talk about scissors. Scissors are so important. So growing up, my mother was a quilter, embroiderer, basically an all-around crafter and creator. And I learned early on you do not use her sewing scissors to cut up paper. And so I know that to this day as an adult, and I have my own separate scissors for different projects. This is my crafting scissor. Obviously, I love the color, but it's so sharp. This is the Poppin' scissor. And then Clover also makes some amazing scissors. So I use Clover scissors for all of my fabric projects because it keeps the scissors nice and sharp. And then for my really small embroidery projects, I love using these fun embroidery scissors. Not only are they adorable, but they're perfect because they can get in all of the tiny threads that you're working with when you're doing embroidery. So now let's talk about adhesives. Adhesives are so important to crafting projects because you've got to have something to keep it all together. And I obviously love using hot glue. It's been a staple from childhood for me, but I am a recent fan of Beacon's products. I use their glue on a daily basis. They've got such a variety of glues, and I use them for my kids' craft projects because I feel comfortable with my kids actually using their glue. And then I also use them for my sturdier wreath projects or just some of my fun DIY projects. And this might be a little strange, but work with me here. I love floral frocks. So I love thrifting, and anytime I go thrifting, I find some really cool floral frocks. I'm starting to get a really cool collection going. Floral frogs are great for floral projects. You don't have to use foam, and they're great for the environment because you're reusing them all the time. But I think they're so incredibly pretty, and I have them all stacked up next to my desk. I also think they're great because you can use them as place card holders. You can put business cards in here, you could put pictures in here to decorate around your house. They're such a fun and functional piece. So if you go thrifting often, I would highly recommend putting floral frogs on your list. Okay, let's talk about styling products. So with my craft projects and with my online shop, when I take photos, I love to incorporate vintage pieces and other really fun pieces to add charm to the picture. And I do that with items like my handmade dyed ribbon, which is coming to my shop soon. These spools themselves add a lot of fun texture to the piece. You just kind of, and also you can wrap the ribbon around whatever project you're working on, and it's so much fun. Plus, they're so pretty to look at. I keep them in fun vintage vases like this, which also are a really fun prop to use when styling photos. And then whenever I go thrifting, I also love looking for adorable teacups like this. They're perfect to store all kinds of fun stuff in, and they're also great to include in your pictures. I also wanted to talk to you about what I use to shoot these photos. So about 13 years ago, I bought this Canon EOS Rebel, and it is a beast. It has been all over the world with me, and it also shoots all of my craft projects. If you have a DSLR camera, I also highly recommend getting a remote control for it, because this is a game changer. For most of my blog projects, I include my hands in the shots to kind of give you a reference point when creating the project yourself, and this is amazing. But you don't need some fancy equipment. Actually, some of the best equipment is located in your back pocket with your phone. And that's what I use to create pretty much all of my video content. It wouldn't be a true roundup of my desk if I didn't include my fun stationery. I love Rifle Paper Company. I love pretty much everything that they come out with. I even have some of their rugs in my home. But I love adding small pieces of Rifle Paper Company to my desk because it's so pretty and functional, my favorite. So I love their notebooks, and I also love using their washi tape. It is so charming. I actually use their washi tape for my Country Peony Vintage, my online shop, when I package up my supplies, because it just adds another level of charm. Thank you so much for following along today, guys. I hope this was fun to see kind of what I keep on my desk on a daily basis to inspire me to create fun DIYs for you. If you want to see simple DIYs and tutorials, please check out my blog, countrypeony.com. And if you want to shop, my online vintage and handmade goods shop. It's located on Etsy, and it's called Country Peony Vintage. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time, happy crafting.